Collision. The Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche chemistry is back. But what's really going on? There is something about Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche that keeps bringing people back to the same conversation. Just when it looks like the attention around this particular pairing is beginning to calm down, another movie appearance, another scene, another interaction suddenly puts the two names together again. And this time, the conversation is getting interesting for a very simple reason. The chemistry is back. Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche have appeared together in several Nollywood productions over the years, and their pairing has become familiar to viewers. In fact, their on-screen partnership has previously been highlighted among Nollywood's recognizable screen couples. But what makes the current situation different is the timing. In recent weeks, multiple 2026 movie uploads featuring both actors have appeared on YouTube. One recent release, I Will Find You, was uploaded just 4 days ago, while another movie featuring the pair was published yesterday. So naturally, the question starts coming up again. Why does this particular pairing keep getting people's attention? And honestly, it goes beyond simply seeing two actors in the same movie. First, their chemistry has always been easy to notice when Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche share the screen. There is usually a certain ease in the way their characters interact. It doesn't necessarily mean anything is happening behind the scenes. That's important to say. Actors can have excellent chemistry because they understand how to play off each other's energy. They know when to pause, when to react, when to give a certain expression, and when to let a scene breathe. But when that happens repeatedly, viewers naturally begin to notice. And that's exactly where Maurice and Sonia's pairing becomes interesting. Their scenes often have that combination of romance, tension, comedy and emotional moments that makes people want to keep watching. Sometimes it is not even the dialogue. It can be a look, a reaction, the way one character responds to the other. Those small details can make viewers feel like there is something special about the pairing. And once an audience connects two actors that way, every new project involving them gets extra attention. Eyes Then Came Maurice movies together. This is probably the biggest reason the conversation is coming back. The pairing hasn't simply disappeared. Recent 2026 uploads continue to feature Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche together. We've seen titles such as I Will Find You, Apple of Love, Honest Mistake, Fighting for Love and other productions featuring the two actors appearing across YouTube movie channels. That creates a very interesting cycle. A new movie drops, people watch it. Maurice and Sonia share scenes, their chemistry gets noticed again, then people start talking about the pairing, and before you know it the conversation is back. But here's where things get even more interesting. Thinking face, is it just acting? This is probably the question people should be careful with, because chemistry on screen does not automatically equal romance in real life. There is currently no reliable evidence in the sources I checked confirming that Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche are romantically involved off-screen. So rather than turning speculation into a fact, the safer question is, why does their on-screen connection feel so convincing? And that question actually has a much more interesting answer. Both actors have spent enough time working in Nollywood to understand how to create believable scenes. When two performers know how to match each other's energy, the audience doesn't have to work hard to believe the story. That's the magic of good acting. And Maurice and Sonia appear to have developed a pairing that works particularly well for romance-driven Nollywood stories. Collision. But there's another side to this. There is also the business side of filmmaking. If two actors consistently work well together and audiences respond to them, producers have every reason to put them together again. It makes sense. A familiar pairing can immediately give a movie an identifiable selling point. People see the names Maurice, Sam and Sonia Uche together and already have an idea of the kind of emotional experience they might get. And Nollywood has used this strategy for years. Certain actors become known for certain pairings because audiences enjoy seeing them together. So the repeated appearances don't necessarily mean there is a secret story behind everything. It could simply mean that the pairing works. And right now that may actually be the biggest story. Face with open mouth, but why does it feel different this time? This is where things become more interesting. The current wave isn't coming from just one old movie being rediscovered. There are recent 2026 uploads putting the two names together again. That means a new generation of viewers, or viewers who simply enjoy their previous movies, are getting another opportunity to watch the pairing. And once people start comparing their older appearances with their newer ones, they begin noticing little changes. Maybe the performances feel more natural. Maybe the characters are more emotionally connected. Maybe the storytelling gives them more romantic scenes, or maybe viewers are simply more invested in the pairing now. Whatever the reason, the result is the same. Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche are back in the conversation. Fire. And then there is the what if. This is probably where the internet naturally takes the story. People love a good what if. What if these two worked together more often? What if they got another major romantic storyline? What if they were given a full movie built entirely around their characters? Those questions can create a lot of conversation without anyone needing to claim that the actors are secretly dating. Because at the end of the day, sometimes people simply enjoy the pairing. And that's perfectly normal. Clapping hands, their biggest strength may actually be their screen partnership. One thing that stands out is that Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche don't necessarily need controversy to generate attention. Put them in a romantic storyline, give them strong characters and allow the story to develop, and viewers already have a reason to watch. That's valuable. Because some pairings feel forced, others feel natural. And Maurice and Sonia have managed to establish a screen partnership that viewers recognize. That is probably why the conversation keeps returning. Clap aboard. So what's really going on? Here's the honest answer. There is definitely renewed attention around Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche because their names continue to appear together in recent Nollywood releases. There is also a long-standing recognition of their on-screen chemistry. But beyond that, there is no solid evidence from the sources checked that proves there is a secret romantic relationship between them. So for now, the most reasonable explanation is simple. Their screen chemistry works, audiences enjoy watching them together, and filmmakers keep giving viewers more of the pairing. And honestly, that may be enough, because when two actors can repeatedly create that kind of reaction without needing to manufacture drama, that's a sign that the partnership itself is working. Collision. And this is why people are watching again. The biggest thing about Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche is that their pairing doesn't seem to disappear completely. It goes quiet, then another movie appears, another scene catches attention, another performance gets people talking, and suddenly everybody remembers why they liked seeing these two together in the first place. That's exactly what is happening again. The chemistry is back, the movies are coming, the names are appearing together again. And naturally the questions are returning too. But until Maurice Sam or Sonia Uche themselves say something that confirms a relationship beyond their professional work, it is better to enjoy the chemistry for what we can actually verify, a strong and recognizable on-screen partnership. And if the recent movie releases are anything to go by, this may not be the last time we see these two sharing the screen. So the real question isn't necessarily, are Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche secretly together? The more interesting question, does this pairing continue to work so well every time they come together? And that is the part that keeps this story alive.